The Big Boss. This is the original Asian audio format of it. It is uncut. It does not have the source scene, was a cut. They say it was cut, but I heard rumors that the scene was shot, but it was never like added into into the final cut of the movie. But they have forgot cards of it as proof that they did shot the scene. So usually movie making, like Nightbreed or Hellraiser, for example, they have scenes that they shot. It was just never like put into the final cut of the movie or any other release. So pretty much, I feel like this is pretty much a fair version of the movie, but the blood is actually intact because I remember seeing the American version of it, and I've never seen any blood spurted out constantly like how this version is. Anyway, let's just start to the point. The Big Boss, Bruce Lee's character and his uncle comes to a new town, and Bruce Lee's being raised by these families that's going to take care of him. They got him the job at the ice factory, and it's pretty much we call it like, well, let's get to the point. Bruce Lee started working, and he accidentally hit the ice on the crate by mistake while sliding the ice, and two of the guys spotted like drugs and stuff. So one of the big higher ups in the ice factory found out that these two guys found out there was drugs in the ice. So out of being scared, like, he decided to kill two of the family members that Bruce Lee's character was living with because he felt like these two guys were going to tell on the big higher ups on the drug operation, how they had delivered drugs in ice, pretty obvious wise. And then the family in the house that Bruce Lee was living with, his character, wondering like, okay, where were the other two people? They never came. So they went to the boss, and the boss is saying that, they left, and they was wondering they would never do that. They wanted the other two family members decided to go to the main boss's house, the main guy, and they end up getting killed. And then people start wondering like, what's going on? Where are the other guys at? So then you have the family going to the ice factory. They didn't want to work, so they start finding the boss's right-hand man, the thugs, beating them up, and they were like a big riot in the ice factory. Bruce Lee finally steps up, finally fights them off, and then the boss wanted to talk to Bruce Lee's character and the other foreman, and he decided to make Bruce Lee's character a foreman himself. So hopefully that the problems will be resolved, and like Bruce Lee's family in the movie, they all got excited that he's a foreman now. And then the girl that was living with him in the house said, don't you remember the reason what's going on? Like, you're a foreman and stuff, but what about our brothers? They never came back. So later on in the movie, Bruce Lee started finding out that when he went to the ice factory, the brothers never came back because they were all murdered, and he knows there was drugs in the ice, and then you had the epic bigger fight scene when he started fighting all the thugs, a lot of blood, a lot of action in that scene too. And then when Bruce Lee went back, he found that the rest of the other family members he was living with been murdered, the girl been kidnapped, and then he goes to the main leader of the ice factory, the head boss, and start fighting off his thugs, start fighting off the boss. And a great, awesome fight scene, awesome environment background too. I like how the big field was so big. You have a little shrine, you have the bus passing by while Bruce Lee fighting the lead boss, And then while he killed him, he got arrested at the end of the movie. The girl, she was safe, when the maid let her out. So you had that ending when Bruce got arrested, and he walks off with the girl, So it's kind of like, I was kind of disappointed at the ending, to be honest with you, because I wish he just like walks off, like, hey, I killed the final leader, I revenge everyone's death, pretty much. This movie was really good. I really liked this one. Definitely check out The Big Boss if you could. I forgot the American title, by the way. I should be ashamed, but you know me, I like to see the original versions first. Anyway, peace, guys, and see you later.